items that are on the agenda but are not subject to a public hearing. Each speaker will have 5 minutes, and we do reserve the right to adjust both the individual speaking time and the overall comment time based on the number of speakers or any accommodations that a speaker might need. So, if we have someone that would like to address us this evening, if you could sign in, state your name and your address, and tell us what you're thinking.
So my name is Dustin. I presently do not live in the Coralville area, but on the date of the incident I did. I lived in Iowa City for many years. So I would like to respectfully file a complaint against Kevin Olsen over there in regards to how he has handled restitution. So I was a driver for Yellow Cab in Iowa City for many years. I came to this office and paid for a license right over there for a specific license to drive a taxi, paid for one in Iowa City, paid for one in Cedar Rapids. And one day I had a gentleman, I picked him up in Iowa City, drove him to the America. All the details are here in this paperwork I'm going to submit, so I don't remember exactly everything. Delivered him to a hotel in Coralville. The guy didn't pay me, so I called the police. Police came and they arrested the guy. His name was Brett Hamilton. He was charged with theft. He went to court. Courts found him guilty. And after he was found guilty, you know, I kind of figured, okay, well, where's my restitution? You know, the cop said I was going to get my restitution, and he's found guilty. It's kind of common sense. Whether you're a lawyer or not a lawyer, it's kind of common sense that if somebody's charged with theft in a situation like this, that victim gets restitution. So I called up Kevin Olsen over here and asked him, you know, about what was going on. And he told me, well, Brett hasn't paid his fines, and when Brett pays his fines, you'll get your restitution first, and then the city will get their money afterwards. So at that point, I kind of lost track of time. So I did a background check on Brett, knocked on the door of all of his last known addresses, and did some talking to people. And then about a month later, he paid his fines. And I have the paperwork here. It's like $435. So at that point, when I saw the fines were paid, called, you know, Kevin Olsen over here again, and I asked him, you know, hey, well, how do I get this money? You know, is it a check or how does it work? And he had this snotty little attitude, well, I just don't have to pay you. And I just think that's absolutely despicable that, you know, a government is going to act in a way like that. You know, if somebody is stolen from and the defendant is found guilty, it's very common sense that, you know, victims need their restitution. And especially since the cop said I would get paid, and Kevin told me on the phone that I will get paid, you know, and he had this little excuse that, well, Breck didn't pay his fines, you know, but at the end of the day, it's very clear whether you're a lawyer or not a lawyer, this is the wrong way to handle a situation. And I'm also here because all my other coworkers at Yellow Cab, they always told me that if somebody doesn't pay their cab fare, don't bother calling the cops because it's a waste of time. You know, you'll never get your money. And a couple guys said that, oh, well, I did get my money. I just had to wait very many years and go through a bunch of hoops. So it did show me that there is a way for taxi drivers to get their money. But just the fact that you have to go through this much, I mean, the date of this loss is February 27th, 2016. You know, it's just unacceptable that I've had to wait this long, go through this much work, and 99% of taxi drivers are not going to go through all this. And I just want to just say this so that the next time somebody goes to the police and they are a victim of theft, that the right thing is done in government, and Kevin Olsen make sure those people are paid the restitution that they are owed. Thank you for your time, everybody. I'd like to submit this to whoever can go through it. So it has everything on there you need.
Sure.
So,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.